If you can hear this sound, then why shouldn't you trust sliding doors? Because one may find them to be a bit unhinged.
Oh, wait. Oh, wow. It's getting harder and harder to do that. Oh, different voices take a lot out of you. Anyway, how the hell are you mortals? Still coping from the shock and terror of an existence less awesome than mine? Well, audience, I feel for you. I feel for you. And so I do also fear for you, but mostly I feel for you. I really, really do. For in the end, there can only be one Gregor. Gregor the Gravedigger. Your hellacious hoarder of horrifying... What the... I'm in the middle of something. Rude. As I was saying, you're hellacious. Yeah, you know what? That does it. They've killed it. They've killed the mood. It is now as dead as I am. Okay, coming. I tell you, interrupting me, introducing myself. This better be good. It better. Life is short and then you die. Whatever you're selling, I'm sure it's a lie.
Gregor. Come now, Gregor, it's time to collect.
Sorry, who are you exactly?
The devil.
Satan.
Is that like a first or a last name?
Neither. It's just Satan.
Oh, I get you. Like Cher or Madonna.
No, not like either of those. Satan, the devil. I go by various names. I'm the wild huntsman in some countries, the black miner in others in this neighborhood. Why, I'm known by the name of the Black Woodsman.
That doesn't sound PC, no.
For crying out loud, I'm devil. It's the devil.
The devil.
No, wait. No, doesn't ring a bell.
I literally threatened your existence yesterday. What are you not getting, Gregor?
You're gonna have to be a bit more specific than that, yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, look, I get a lot of threats. Like this one, it came in the mail just this morning. Dear Gregor, I will end you. Signed, affectionately, your neighbor Morden.
The affectionately was a bit weird.
I know, right?
Look, Gregor, I'm tired of playing your games. I'm the devil, and I've come to collect.
Oh, I got you now. You're a collector.
Well, of sorts.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you say so? The nerve of some people. Oh, and yeah, folks, I know. Gregor knows. It's the devil. Or as Gen Z says, the D. See? Gregor's still relevant. Still up with the time. Still in the know, you know? I know. Look. He showed up at the end of the last show And I've tried to tell him, I believe me, I've tried to tell him nobody listens that far into this program to remember him. But honestly, he's kind of a drama queen, so, whatever. But anyway, right, I've been messing with him all week long. So we'll just have to see how that plays out. And now, where was I? You know what? Forget what I said before. I'm gonna still introduce myself anyway. I'm Gregor the Gravedigger, your incorrigible introducer of irregular interest, your wayward wanderer of the weird and wretched wilds, your gruesome guide into the grisly and the grim. In short, your no-brainer, never not been saner. Now or later, no parental disclaimer, horror explainer. And to literally speak of the devil, that is the theme of tonight's first story. And I know what you're thinking, folks. Like, hold up. I know, in the past, Gregor has sometimes, innocently, might I add, said that a story would be one thing, only for it to turn out to be something completely different. Or else, like, Gregor just gives a really seriously general summary, almost as if he picks the stories after he has already recorded their introductions, and not before. Or also in general, like he gives an introduction, as if I don't have any single clue in the world what's going on, ever. Now, admittedly, yes, sometimes this may be construed as what some might call the truth. Hang on a second. But Gregor's a pretty busy guy. Yeah, I'm a pretty busy fella. And you might say, and you probably do say, wait, Gregor, we've never ever heard of you once actually leaving the coal shed. So do you, even have a job? Do you even ever go to work or get out? But I ask you, what really is a job, What really, truly is work? What is truly leaving the house? I mean, is it not work when you force yourself to get up in the morning? Or at 2 p.m.-ish? Like, is it not work when you sneak over to your neighbor's property in the dark of night just to prop a clown mask against his bathroom window? I ask you, does that not take effort? Is that not work? And is it also not a job when the court mandates you to present horror programs as part of your community service? And lastly, but not least, is it not getting out when you leave your chair to get something from the fridge? Yes, verily, indeed, quite right. All very, very good, solid points. So, like I said, speaking of the devil, tonight's first story is entitled Devil's Island. Ooh. And I swear, I really do swear, I swear on my neighbor Morden, that it is a veritable devil story. Yes, of course. As the title clearly indicates, it is a thrilling tale about a thing which has, oh, there comes an airplane. All right, airplane. Come on, airplane. Airplanes, they just think they're better than us. They just have that air about them. Maybe that's why they're called airplanes, because they have an air. Mm-hmm. All right. Do 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 do. Okay, it's gone. So, like I was saying, yeah, thing which has some. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, absolutely, positively, nothing to do with the devil. Huh. Probably should have read more of the description than, just the title. Oh, there comes another airplane. Yeah, of course, because it's the airplane hour. The airplanes are on the show. Not Gregor. No. Well, might as well get a drink while they're doing their thing. I'll be doing mine. And that wasn't me screaming in silent rage. That was just me taking a drink. Some good old-fashioned formaldehyde. To cure what ails you. Especially life. Okay. Alright. Well, like I was saying, I probably should have read more of the description than just the title. But that's not like my fault. You can learn a lot about a thing from just its title. The title alone, For example, Orwell's 1984 is about, obviously, how to convert 7:84 p.m. into military time. Duh. And that story, Charlotte's Web, by that person? Well, clearly it's a tale of a giant spider attacking North Carolina. And you know something, Moby Dick? Naturally. It's for adults only. Mm-hmm. The fact of the matter is, descriptions, they're very cumbersome. Yeah. Very cumbersome and overrated. So y'all should probably just jump right into the program. Okay? Alright, catch you on the flip.
The sealed book.
Once again, the keeper of the book is ready to open the ponderous volume in which is recorded all the secrets and mysteries of mankind through the ages. All the strange and mystifying stories of the past, the present, and the future. Keeper of the book, what tale will you tell us this time?
What tale shall I tell you? I have here tales of every kind. Tales of murder, of madness, of dark deeds and events strange beyond all belief. Now, let me see. Yes, here's a tale for you. The story of a small and desolate island off the coast of New England, and the people who lived on it. The title of the tale is Devil Island. Here is the tale as it was told by Anne Drake, and is written in the sealed book. It all began on that bleak
autumn day when I hired a motorboat to take me out to the island, Devil Island. The bleak-looking island which lay ahead and belonged to the Drake family for 200 years was to be my new home. I kept staring at it, wondering what it would be like to live on this island with my father, whom I'd never seen. 20 minutes later, the boatman had landed me at the dock and left. Towering above me was a high cliff, and on top of it was the house, A huge stone mansion that looked as old and weather-beaten as a medieval castle. I climbed the steep, rocky path that led from the dock to the house. Hello.
Don't tell me. Anne, I've recognized you any place. You look exactly like your mother.
Are you my father?
Yes. Are you disappointed?
Oh, no. No, of course not.
Come into the drawing room. Your stepmother and uncle are waiting to meet you. Hester, Henry.
Anne.
I want you to meet my daughter, Anne.
Anne, this is a great pleasure.
Thank you, Uncle Henry.
Anne, I'm your stepmother, and I can't tell you how happy I am to have you here. Won't you call me Hester?
Thank you. I'd like to.
Oh, and let me introduce you to the remaining member of the household, Anne. This is Abel. He served the family for 30 years. He can't talk, but he understands what you're saying.
Oh.
Abel, this is my daughter.
Hello, Abel.
Oh, Anne, it's going to be wonderful having you here. You're just what Drake Manor needs to make it live again. I do hope we'll be able to make you happy here.
The weeks slipped by, and I was happy. I spent the days reading with Father and taking long walks with Uncle Henry and being taught cooking by Hester. And at night, Uncle Henry and I would play chess.
Well, that's another game for you, Anne. The trouble is, I taught you how to play the game too well.
It looks as though another northeaster is on its way.
Yes, it does.
Would you like me to draw the curtains, Uncle Henry?
If you will, Anne. That window over there seems to be... He's there, looking in at me.
Who, Uncle Henry? There's no one at the window.
Can't you see him? He's beckoning to me.
But there's no one there. Here, I'll draw the curtains. There. Is that better?
He can't see me now, but he's still out there, waiting for me.
Who is?
Your uncle, Richard.
Uncle Richard? But he's been dead for 15 years.
Yes, I know. And now he's come for me.
No, Uncle Henry, you only imagined you saw him.
Perhaps the same thing is happening to me that happened to the others.
What happened to the others?
Your grandfather, Daniel, Aunt Harriet, Uncle Richard. They all died insane.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
They did, Anne. There's a strain of insanity in the Drake family. Aunt Harriet, for weeks before she died, kept screaming that Grandfather Daniel was trying to pull her into the grave.
Oh.
And Uncle Richard, he died crying out that Aunt Harriet was at the window calling him.
No.
They all died during a storm like this one. And now my time has come. Richard is waiting for me. I'll be the next of the Drakes to die.
Please, Uncle Henry, you mustn't say things like that.
Oh, Anne, I'm so afraid of insanity, of dying.
Uncle Henry, I'll spend all of my time with you now. We'll end this nightmare you're living in.
The only end to it will be death.
Uncle Henry never spoke of his terrible fear again. But in the weeks that followed, he grew haggard, became frightened at the sound of a door opening. Then one day, another northeaster set in. By nightfall, it had whipped itself into a gale. At midnight, I woke suddenly to hear Uncle Henry speaking to someone in his room.
Richard, stop tapping on my window. Go away, do you hear? Why can't you leave me alone? I don't want to go with you. No, not you.
I quickly opened my door.
Please,
I stepped into the hall.
Don't take me now.
Uncle Henry's voice grew wilder and wilder as I approached his room.
Why don't you go away? You're dead. Dead. You have no right to bother the living.
Uncle Henry, let me in.
No,
It's Anne.
No.
Uncle Henry, please unlock the door.
I won't go with you, Richard. My time hasn't come yet. No, I won't. You can't make me.
Henry.
Why are you raising my window? No, Richard. Don't come in. Stay away from me.
Uncle Henry. Uncle Henry.
Anne, what is it? What's wrong?
Oh, Father, do something. It's Uncle Henry. He was screaming and now he...
Come here, dear. Hush now, hush.
No. The door's locked. I'll have to break it down. Henry.
Father, is he?
Yes. Yes, Anne. He's dead. Here in the island, burying grounds of 6 generations of Drakes, we place the remains of our beloved brother and uncle Henry Drake, secure in the knowledge that in thy arms he shall find everlasting. Oh, dear. Life in this house won't be the same without Henry.
Father, Uncle Henry was terribly frightened for weeks before he died.
Anne, whatever are you talking about?
It all began during that northeaster we had last month. Uncle Henry and I were playing chess.
But, Anne, why didn't Henry tell me about those hallucinations he was having?
He didn't want to worry you. Father, did Aunt Harriet, Uncle Richard, and your father die insane?
Oh, Anne, Henry should never have told you about them. Promise me you won't worry about our hereditary trouble.
I'll try not to, Father.
We've lost Henry, but the 3 of us will go on as before.
The 3 of us tried to go on as before, but an unspoken fear had crept into our lives. Often I turned to find Father and Hester watching me anxiously. Then a month after Uncle Henry's death, another storm lashed the island.
I'll be glad when this storm blows over. It's getting on my nerves.
Father, why don't we close up Drake Manor for a few weeks and take a vacation on the mainland?
You mean leave the island?
No, that's impossible, Anne. We have enough money to get along on the island, but not elsewhere.
But I have all that money my mother left me. We could use that.
You won't receive that money until you're 21. That's 6 months from now. Besides...
Oh, Anne, well, what are you staring at?
Look. Look at the window.
Eh?
It's Uncle Henry. He's beckoning to me.
Anne, there's no one at the window.
He's there, I tell you, he's there. Look. Now he's gone away. Oh, you saw him, didn't you? You must have.
Darling, you only imagined you saw him.
Oh, no, I did see him. He was beckoning to me, the way Uncle Richard beckoned to him. Means I'm going to be the next Drake to die.
Anne, what are you saying?
Oh, you mustn't talk like that. You just imagined you saw Uncle Henry. It was just
an hallucination. And I'm going insane. As he did.
Oh, no, don't say that. Anne, you must rid your mind of all these fears, of everything Henry told you. Promise me you won't think about it anymore.
But that was a promise I couldn't keep. At night I'd lie in the darkness of my room, thinking of everything that had happened, listening to the night noises. And one night I heard footsteps above me in the tower. That limp. Oh, that unmistakable limp. It was Uncle Henry in the tower. There was an icy coldness about the house as I climbed the steps to the tower. I opened the door. The tower was in complete darkness. But by a window, his face ghost-like in the moonlight, stood Uncle Henry.
Come to take you with me, Anne. Your time has come. The grave will wait no longer.
No.
Do not be afraid. Your death is not a thing to be feared, but to be welcomed.
No, stay away from me.
I cannot return to the grave without you. Give me your hand.
No.
How could a woman be so cheerful about her husband getting a younger wife?
She's loaded.
Yeah, both of them sued to the gills.
Who do you reckon is the woman that busted them up?
Hard to tell, Granny. There's so many young, beautiful women out here.
Yeah, probably one of them glamorous movie stars.
Oh, come on. Come on, these people again. Like, seriously, just leave me in peace. Okay, whatever. Anyway, welcome back, mortals. Welcome back to our program. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, you know what's coming, right? Think I swallowed a mouse. Yeah, you really don't want to leave the top to your bottle open around here. Not without your hand over it. Anyway, but yeah, so sometimes, life happens. And then you gotta be like Gregor. And, you go with the flow, or it's not really a flow. It's more like when something goes in a garbage compactor, and, whatever comes out is basically what it is. That's what this is like. That's pretty much my show. Yeah. Any horror, yeah. Airplanes. Always with the airplanes. Okay. Come on. Don't got all day. So yeah, like I didn't write a script for this brief. I wrote some script. It's not like I was completely just out of the loop here. Like, I have a calendar. I can see what time it's about to be. When it's about to be that, my battery's dying. Anyway, and another airplane. What is with the airplanes? Almost like people gotta fly somewhere. I don't know. Anywho, I'm just gonna talk for as long as possible. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk for as long as possible. And whatever isn't just completely garbage, we're gonna keep that. We're gonna edit out, the parts that aren't so good, or where I say something wildly offensive. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah. Folks, you can tell how off the rails this thing is going by the amount of times I gurgle. It's almost like I'm just trying to kill time. Excuse me a second. Jeez, there's a lot of airplanes, but I've already talked about how I don't like airplanes. On a previous episode, we've extrapolated on that quite a bit, if that's what extrapolate means. I think it is. I think that. Or is it extrapolate? Maybe it's extrapolate. Well, we extrapolated on that quite a bit. Just all over it. And yeah. So, I'm doing good. Or, marginally well. I should say, marginally well. But you know what? I can't spend my whole day writing scripts. I got a job, yeah, I occasionally get back to. Which I haven't been fired from. Only because I've been around here, like 300 years or something like that. Who's counting anymore? And, I had it. I weaseled it into the bylaws. I don't get fired until I'm officially gone. Not just dead, just until pretty much I quit. I beat somebody at poker because That's how we did things back in the day. And by back in the day, I mean maybe 1700s. Yeah, it was a pretty jacked up time. It was a pretty jacked up time. Ah, boy. But that's something that's changed. Cursing. There were a lot of good curse words back in the day. Back in the days that were very, very dark and depressing chapter of history. For a multitude of reasons. And don't even get me started. No. That's not this program. That's a different one. That's a true crime program. True crime, or like true, like human rights thing. I don't think they have those. I don't think they have like true human rights or true genocide podcast. Can I say genocide? No, we gotta keep it light. I'll edit that out. I think I'll edit it. Yeah, I'll get to that. Come on. I'm not that incompetent. I know how to edit things. It's not like I'm not gonna re-listen to this and edit that out later. Yeah. But yeah, that's Gregor the Gravedigger. Yeah. Here, excuse me, I gotta do this. That was something I had to do, folks. And not just to kill time. There it goes. Not just to kill time. Because I'm not about killing time. I'm about giving you quality program. Excuse me for a second. Oh, that was a live one there. It was still kicking as it was clawing and gnawing down my esophagus. Or what's left of an esophagus? I'm dead. There's holes and stuff. It could have went out the side of my neck, probably. Find like an opening there. That's probably why I talk like this, too. And still with the airplane. What is with the airplanes? They have no respect. They have no respect for the dead. Everybody's trying to wake up the dead. I'm just trying to have a peaceful sleep. Or do. Whatever it is I do. And, yeah. Oh, about this program tonight. I mean, can you believe the story? That's some stuff there. That's some stuff. Or at least I hope it'll be some stuff. No, it's definitely some stuff. It's not like I don't know what I'm talking about again. Like I've pre-recorded this again. Yeah, we're not going down that road. Not again. No. I absolutely know what's happening in this show because I'm here listening to it with y'all. That's the experience. That's part of the thing. Gregor listens with the audience, and we all have a good laugh together. I think it's a laugh. I hope y'all can't hear the airplanes. They're just not letting me alone. They're just not letting me die! Why won't you let me die? Oh wait, I'm already dead. And yeah, I guess that closes it for this segment. And we'll go back to the show. Then we'll have some more laughs in the future. Okay, see ya. Stupid audience. Freaking always interrupting. Oh, crap. Hey, wait a second. What's that noise? Man, that's getting loud. Huh. Oh, hey, wait. Is that a prop tester? Or like a drone, maybe? Oh, crap.
And now for the rest of the story, Devil Island, as it is written in the sealed book. Martin Drake, hearing Anne's screams, rushed up to the tower of the old mansion to find her lying unconscious on the floor. After Martin and Hester had taken the girl back to her bed, Martin went to the mainland. At dawn, he returned with a doctor and waited impatiently for him to finish examining Anne.
I've just given her a sedative, Mr. Drake. She's asleep now.
Will she be all right, Doctor?
Afraid she's on the borderline of insanity.
Oh, no.
And I'm afraid in a case of this type, where there is inherited insanity, there's very little that can be done.
Well, sleepyhead, it's about time you were waking up.
Oh, hello, Father. How long have I been asleep?
A little over 10 hours. It's just getting dark outside.
Is the doctor still here?
No, Anne, he left hours ago.
And, darling, he says you're going to get well.
Why, of course you are. Now you'd better get some more rest. Good night, darling.
A moment later, they were gone. I was alone again. Alone in the dark. And all I could think of was... I was going insane. Perhaps I was already mad. The hours passed. The very stillness of the house made my heart pound in my ears. And then... the stillness was broken. That limp again. It was Uncle Henry in the tower. Back and forth from one end of the tower to the other he limped. Then silence. I lay in the darkness waiting. Waiting. And then suddenly... the door to my room was opened. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't. Oh, Abel. Oh, Abel, what are you doing in my room? What are you trying to tell me? I don't understand. Oh, he's walking again. Abel, you hear him, don't you? Here, do hear it. I told them that Uncle Henry had come back from the grave, but they said I was just imagining it. You mean no? He hasn't come back from the grave? But if he hasn't come back from the grave, and you hear what I hear, Abel, you don't mean that he's still alive. But that can't be true. You buried him yourself. I saw you. You mean you didn't bury him? That he wasn't in the coffin? Oh, but you must be wrong. Oh, when we broke into his room, Father found him. No, what? What do you mean, no? Are you trying to tell me something about Father? You are. What do you mean, Father? No. Father... no. You mean he isn't my father? Oh, but you must be wrong. Oh, of course he is. Well, that doesn't make sense. Why should he say he is my father if he isn't? What does he gain by it? My mother's estate. Oh, no, you must be wrong. Even if I were to die, he wouldn't get it. The estate would then go to charity. It's in Mother's will. Oh, why does he keep walking in the tower? He's driving me crazy. He's driving me crazy. You mean they want to drive me crazy? Oh, but why? What reason could they have? Oh, if I were to become insane, he could have himself appointed my guardian, take over the estate. Is that it? It is. But Abel, if he isn't my father, where is my father? Is he dead? You mean he is dead? Oh, then Then who are these three who say they're my father and stepmother and uncle? I don't understand, but no matter who they are, they'll kill me. They'll kill both of us if they learn we've discovered their secret. Abel, we've got to escape. But how? The only boat is locked, and he has the key. Why are you handing me that flashlight? You mean the window? Signal the mainland for help. Yes, of course. Abel, you better go. We can't let them find you in here or they'll suspect. I'll keep signaling as long as the batteries last. Oh, I can't keep signaling much longer. For now...
And, what are you doing out of bed? And with that flashlight?
Nothing at all.
You weren't signaling someone on the mainland, were you?
Oh, no. No, I just had the flashlight in case someone came in the room.
Oh, why, you're trembling as though you were frightened. You're not afraid of your own father, are you, dear?
No. No, of course not.
Now, no more walking around. I want you to get some sleep. Good night, dear.
He was gone, taking the flashlight with him. Did he suspect that I knew? Oh, the hours seemed endless until the first rays of dawn came. Would rescue come with it, or had my signals gone unnoticed? After I dressed, I went to the window, and then I saw it. A strange launch tied up at the dock. Suddenly frightened as the callers leave before I could speak to them, I rushed out of the room. As I ran down the stairs, I could hear voices in the drawing room.
Well, Sheriff, if Dr. Arnold has spoken to you about my daughter's mental condition, I'm quite sure you'll understand.
Sheriff, don't listen to him. He isn't my father.
Anne!
What was that, miss?
I tell you, he's not my father. He's an imposter, and so is she.
Oh, Martin, she's having another one of her spells.
Now, please, Hester.
They're acting, I tell you. The moment I set foot on the island, they began their plan to drive me insane. First, they gained my love and trust. Then they had Uncle Henry confide to me his fears. And when Uncle Henry was found dead, they told me that...
Who says I'm dead? I've never felt better.
Oh, Sheriff, allow me to introduce my brother, Henry.
Well, Miss Drake, your Uncle Henry doesn't look very dead.
He wasn't. They just pretended he was. They even buried an empty coffin to make me think I was attending his funeral.
I really think you should take Anne up to her room, Hester. She needs rest.
Oh, Sheriff, they're lying, the three of them.
Have you any proof, Miss Drake?
Yes, Abel will tell you. He knows.
I'm afraid that Abel can't tell you anything, dear. The poor chap fell off Devil's Cliff into the sea early this morning.
Oh, you pushed him off the cliff so that he couldn't talk.
Martin, the excitement's too much for her. She's getting worse.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Drake, but it was my duty to investigate those
Oh,
signals.
Sheriff, you can't leave me here. They will drive me insane.
I assure you, Sheriff, she'll be given the very best of care. We have a specialist coming to see her next week.
Oh, no, Sheriff, wait. Wait, please.
Now, Miss Drake, I think you'd better stop.
No, wait. I just want to show you this gold locket. Look, I'll open it. Do you see what's inscribed in it?
Yes. For my daughter, in commemoration of her 5th birthday. What are you driving at, Miss Drake?
If that man's my father, as he claims he is, ask him what my middle name is. It's inscribed in the locket.
Well, just to humor her, Mr. Drake, what is her middle name?
Her middle name? Well, frankly, Sheriff, I seem to have forgotten.
Oh, he hasn't forgotten it, Sheriff. He never knew it. He isn't my father.
Kind of strange you're not knowing your own daughter's middle name.
Well, it's just that, I have an awful memory for names.
So have I, but I know my kid's middle name. There's something peculiar about all this. I think you three and the girl better come with me to the mainland.
What for?
So I can do a little checking. If you're Martin Drake, as you say you are, there must be someone on the mainland who can identify you.
Now, see here, Sheriff, this is ridiculous. Just because...
I said you're going to the mainland with me.
Well, I always said you were the weak link in the chain, Gerald.
Shut up, you fool.
It's no use, Gerald. The game is up. The trip to the mainland is more than we can stand. You just have to look at Hester's face to see that she agrees.
Who are you folks?
We're actors. Things having become difficult a few years ago, we accepted employment on this island from Mr. Drake. When he died, I thought of this little scheme. It really was a perfect plan. until this fool slipped up on the girl's middle name. By the way, what is her middle name?
Why, according to this locket, she hasn't one. It's just inscribed to Anne.
And that is the story of Devil Island, as it is written in the sealed book. Because an impostor slipped up on a middle name that didn't exist, an almost perfect crime was prevented by Sheriff Williams, and an innocent girl was rescued from imprisonment and probable death. It was a small slip, but a fatal one. But the sound of the great gong tells me I must close the sealed book once again.
One moment, Keeper of the Book. What story will you tell us next time?
Next time? Are you sure you want to know? Perhaps my next story may be about you. For I have here all the stories that ever happened, and many that have yet to come to pass.
Wait a second. What's going on here? Like, seriously.
Okay. If you could run it by me just one more time, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. Wait, who are these people? So it's like this. There's Gregor, and he's there in the gold shed rambling on about who knows
you hear
what.
me?
Okay.
Hey!
And then during this
People!
rant, you start to hear like these noises.
Like the airplanes?
No, not like airplanes, but noises kind of like airplanes, but not quite.
Come on!
Well,
Come
they
on,
sound a bit
I'm
like
here.
spaceships.
Why can't they
Spaceships.
hear me? Where
Yeah,
am
yeah,
I?
like the kind of
What is
feedback
this place?
noises if you hold a baby monitor too close to its camera. Here, I'll show you.
Ah,
See?
yeah,
Just
right.
like that.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but of course, Gregor assumes that they are airplanes.
Of course. Then what happens?
Well, and then you hear like the
I
same
just
noises,
don't know.
but like a lot louder, coming
come on.
closer and
Come
closer,
on.
you see? Followed by a rumble and a great shaking. And then Gregor says, like, oh crap. Then it abruptly stops
you're
and
doing
fades out to
impressions on me
white
now.
noise.
Hey!
Kind of like Orson Welles' War of the Worlds broadcast.
Exactly. So what do you think?
Like, what's going on? I'm
I mean,
confused.
I
This
like
plot
it.
is
It's all
confusing.
fun and good and all, but wouldn't that leave the audience sort of puzzled?
Thank you.
No offense, but you started the episode off on a conversation between Gregor and the devil. And now, all of a sudden, we're at aliens?
Martians.
Okay, Martians. But you know that's
Did
quite a
he say
leap.
Martians?
It is, but the great thing about this kind of program, there are no rules. It just kind of is what it is.
I see.
See, after the whole thing
Hey!
goes awry, then it's just dead air. And then? Well, that's kind of the thing. I don't really know.
You don't know.
Like, seriously.
I mean, yes, technically, I don't know, but trust me, it's going to make sense in the end.
You sure about that?
Keep listening, then everything will work itself out.
Hey! Okay. So, where am I? Where am I? Oh, no. No, this means...
That's right, Gregor.
Welcome to Development Hell.
ho!
The Sealed Book. Once again, the keeper of the book has opened the ponderous door to the secret vault, wherein is kept the great sealed book, in which is recorded all the secrets and mysteries of mankind through the ages. Here are tales of every kind, tales of murder, of madness, of dark deeds, strange and terrible beyond all belief. Keeper of the book, I would know what tale we tell this time. Open the great book and let us read. Slowly the great book opens. One by one, the keeper of the book turns the pages and stops. Ah, the strange story of a scientist who delved into the unknown with frightening results. A tale titled Beware of Tomorrow. Here is the tale, Beware of Tomorrow, as it is written in the pages of the sealed book. Our story begins as Sheriff Ramsey brings his car to a stop in front of an old mansion in a desolate section of New England. A young man gets out of the car and speaks to the sheriff.
Thanks very much, Sheriff, for bringing me out here.
That's quite all right, young feller. Do you know Professor Clark? The man that lives in this old mansion?
Why, yes. I was Professor Clark's laboratory assistant back in college. Why?
Well, there's been some talk in town of running him and that man of his, that Barton fellow, right out of the county.
But what has anybody got against the professor? Well, there isn't a milder man in the world.
Well, maybe so. But folks has got wind of what happened at the state penitentiary over in Hillvale last year.
Sure, if you're talking in riddles. What did happen?
The professor went over there when they hanged Richards, that hold-up killer. And the warden give the professor the murderer's brain.
So what?
Folks think he's keeping that brain in a big glass jar and making it grow.
Oh, that's perfectly ridiculous.
Well, I'm not saying I ever believed it. But it'd be a good idea if the professor would give folks a notion of what he's really doing in that laboratory of his with that Barton fellow to help him. Then maybe the talk would die down.
I understand. All right, Sheriff, I'll mention it to him.
Well, then I'll be getting on. Good night, young fella.
Good night.
A few moments after Dr. Richard Dale had knocked on the door of the ancient mansion, a frail, white-haired old man answered the door. An old man who could hardly speak in his joy as he gripped Richard Dale's hand. He led the way down a long hall to a great room where strange equipment took up almost every inch of space. Retorts and electric furnaces, generators, batteries, great glass vats. Dr. Dale stared around him in intense curiosity as Professor Clark helped him off with his hat and coat.
There. Now sit down, Dick. Sit down and let me get a look at you.
I got your letter, and it made me so curious I took the first train. You promised me a surprise. Is this it, this amazing laboratory?
No, my boy. We'll come to that in a moment, after you've met Barton, my assistant. Oh, Barton!
Yes, Professor?
Dr. Dale has arrived. I want you to meet him.
Why, of course. How do you do, Dr. Dale?
How do you do?
We've both of us been looking forward to your visit.
Yes, the professor's letter made me so curious I couldn't stay away.
Barton, is Alpha making some coffee?
Yes, he started it when we heard the car.
Alpha? Who's he?
Our general man of all work.
Truly amazing fellow. Here he comes now.
What in the world?
Shall Alpha serve coffee?
Good heavens.
I said you'd be surprised, Dick.
He's not human. He's a machine, a robot.
Yes, my boy. An artificial man made from metal and synthetic brain tissue.
A machine man. But walking and then talking.
He's not very pretty, but then the professor was mostly interested in making sure he'd work.
Well, he must weigh a ton.
No, only about 300 pounds. You see, Alpha is mostly aluminum and other light alloys. Inside his aluminum plates are some new batteries I've devised, together with miles of fine silver wire and a dozen electric motors, to give you only the highlights.
Shall Alpha serve coffee now?
Yes, Alpha. Put it on this table here and pour a cup for Dr. Dale.
Alpha, do so.
I still can't make myself believe it.
Alpha poured coffee.
Go on, Dick. Take it.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you. Well, he looks clumsy, but he poured the coffee as well as a man could.
Yes, my boy. Alpha has capabilities you'd never suspect to look at him. We won't need you any more tonight, Alpha.
You can go back to your room now.
Alpha goes.
Be sure to switch off your batteries. They're going to need recharging tomorrow.
Alpha understands.
That's the most incredible thing I ever saw.
You see, Dick, like any machine, he's completely inactive when his batteries have been switched off, but his brain continues to function. It's an artificial protoplasm that I spent 8 years creating. It's the only thing that makes him different from any other machine.
But it means that Alpha can think. Think like a man.
A machine that can walk and talk and think.
But Alpha isn't the only surprise I have for you, Dick.
He's not?
No, I have another one, even more astonishing. But you'll have to wait until morning to learn what that is. Barton will show you to your room, Dick.
Of course, Professor. I'll see you in the morning, then.
Yes. We'll have a long talk tomorrow. Good night.
Good night, Professor Clark.
Oh, Dr. Dale.
Yes, Barton?
Could we talk for a minute before I show you to your room?
Why, yes, of course.
It occurs to me that the professor forgot to tell you why he asked you here. It was his hope that you'd stay indefinitely and help us carry forward the work we've been doing here.
Stay indefinitely? Why? Oh, I have my own work.
Now, don't say no yet. Just think, Dr. Dale. Alpha is stronger and more rugged than a man. He needs no rest, no food, yet he can do the work of 3 men. He can plow, reap, run machinery. Think how much drudgery a million like him could lift from mankind's shoulders.
Yes. Yes, that's true.
And already Alpha is technically old-fashioned. Professor Clark has blueprints for a new machine man as superior to Alpha as an aeroplane is to a bicycle. We want you to help us build them.
Well, I'm certainly tempted to stay. Perhaps I could arrange it.
Good. Then I'll show you to your room now, if you wish.
Yes, I am sleepy.
If you'll just come this way. His mind in a whirl of amazement, Dr. Dale retired and finally fell into an uneasy sleep. How long he had slept he did not know when abruptly he woke with a scream ringing in his ears.
cry came from downstairs. Dr. Dale leaped from his bed and raced down to the lower hall. In the lower hall, he found Barton hammering on the heavy door of the laboratory.
Professor Clark. Professor Clark, what's wrong?
Barton, what's happened?
Professor Clark, I heard him call for help. The door's locked.
We've got to break it down.
Yes, come, put your shoulder beside mine.
Right. Are you ready?
Ready.
Then shove. Oh, once again. All right, once more. Professor Clark, where are you?
Professor Clark, he's not here.
Yes. Yes, he's here. Lying on the floor beside the window. He's been murdered.
It was Alpha. It must have been. No one else could have done it.
Where is Alpha?
The window, it's open. He went out that way.
We've got to go after him.
I'm afraid it's hopeless. At night in these woods, we couldn't possibly find him.
No. No, you're right, of course.
It'll be morning soon. Then I think he'll come back. He knows that he can only go for a few more hours before his batteries must be recharged.
But, Barton, why did he kill the man who created him?
The professor has been thinking of destroying Alpha because he's now technically out of date. Perhaps that's the reason Alpha killed him.
Poor Professor Clark. We'll have to notify the police.
That is only the sheriff. In any case, I think we should wait until morning and then report the professor's death as an accident.
An accident?
Yes. If the authorities learn the truth, our research may be stopped. And when Professor Clark has achieved so much, can we let it go for nothing?
Why, no, of course not.
Dr. Hale, we must carry on his work for him.
Yes, that's what he would want.
Then you will help me to continue it? You'll stay?
Yes. Yes, I'll stay.
Okay. So where do we go from here? They haven't quite figured that out yet. They? The riders, I mean. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Deputy Boyd? Is that you? No. I'm Josiah Boyd. Jimmy Boyd's long departed great grandfather. Wait a second. Josiah Boyd? Hey, I remember you. I mean, I've been around for a while. Yeah. You was that guy who kept getting his mysteriously burned down, right? You mean you burned it down, Gregor? They didn't prove that. Nope, surely didn't. Uh-huh. Oh, that's a good one. Actually, I've been meaning to ask, how did the Civil War go for you? Gregor, I didn't make it to the Civil War, okay? Apparently, someone provided the slaves munitions. Did you might know anything about that? Oh, yeah! That was such a good prank. I mean, you should have saw your face, you know. That face you made when you, died. Priceless. You got punked! I didn't find it quite as funny. Well, it's just my style of humor. It's a very refined taste, like wine or snails, or wine with the snails already in it. Well, how did you get here? I don't know exactly. What do you mean you don't know? I mean, I don't know because they're still trying to figure that out. The writers? Okay, I see. Oh, wait. Hold on. You're here? Wait. There are airplanes in development hell. Yeah. Why? Well, they had this idea about airplanes, but they didn't know what to do with them, so they just kind of ended up here. But hold on a second. Like, I died and went to development hell. I'm already dead. How does that happen? Well, you double died. But seriously, I'm already dead. Like I said, how does a person, or whatever I am, even double die anyway? Well, according to the early drafts, you were hit, or I should say, obliterated by a Martian satellite where everything got vaporized on impact. And, then there wasn't anything left to resurrect.
Really? A Martian satellite? How does that even happen?
Well, I mean, and again, in the early draft, your neighbor Morden hacks the satellite, causing it to circle round and round the ghoul shed several times before building momentum, striking the Earth, leaving a big, smoldering crater where everything just used to be.
What? Seriously?
I mean, he was out to get you. Didn't you get his death threats?
Well, yes, technically, but, I didn't take those seriously. I usually just toss them over in the pile where I keep all my zoning violations.
Oh, from the first episode.
Exactly. Hey, zoning violation. There's an idea. That could be an episode. So, we can leave, right?
No, they tried that already and got nowhere. I'm afraid you're stuck here.
Oh, no, come on. I don't belong here. Come on, there must be some mistake. I'm Gregor the Gravedigger. There's tons of ideas on the show. I don't belong in development hell.
No, I don't think so, Gregor. See, this episode was coming off to, okay start, okay? But then the second segments, well, just didn't really add anything. Mostly just a bit of ad-libbing, if you ask me.
Oh, come on, man. I don't belong in development hell. This is where ideas come to die.
Oh, I think I'm starting to see your point there.
Thank you.
Yes, you're not just double dead. If this is where ideas come to die, you'll be triple dead. Only the dead die thrice.
Why do I even buy? Just forget it. I'm getting out of here.
How?
By talking to the guy in charge. Development hell devil! I know you can hear me. Show yourself.
Hello, Gregor. Welcome again to Development Hell.
Look, you gotta release me. Again, I'm not supposed to be here.
No, Gregor, I think this is exactly where you're supposed to be.
And now to continue the story. Beware of tomorrow, as it is written in the sealed book. Greatly upset by Professor Clark's tragic death, Dr. Dale returned to bed, and at last fell again into an uneasy sleep, a sleep in which he was haunted by dreams of Alpha, the metal monster Professor Clark had created. When he awoke, the sun was shining, and he could hear Barton moving about downstairs. He dressed and went down to find Barton getting breakfast ready.
Good morning, Dr. Dale.
Good morning, Barton. Any sign of Alpha?
Not yet. I thought that while you ate, I might outline some of the problems facing us.
Yes, that's a good idea.
You see, though Alpha's brain is of synthetic protoplasm, it is not completely artificial.
I was wondering about that. Sheriff Ramsey mentioned that the professor had secured a human brain from
an executed killer, yes. The professor found that to give life to his artificial brain tissue, it was necessary to add a small amount of tissue from a real brain.
I see. The real tissue gave life to the rest, of course.
Yes, but in this instance, it may have tainted Alpha's brain with the murderous impulse of a killer.
It sounds perfectly plausible.
So our first problem will be to obtain untainted brain tissues to blend with the artificial tissues we will make according to the professor's formula.
Well, that should give us no trouble. I can get what we need through the research laboratories with which I'm connected.
Then that solves our worst problem. The rest will be matters of detail. Fortunately, there is enough equipment here to build a dozen or so robots.
Like Alpha, you mean?
No, indeed. The far more advanced type Professor Clark was perfecting. Oh, if you finished your breakfast, I have something to show you.
Yes, I'm through. I don't feel much like eating after last night.
Then come with me to the laboratory, and I'll show you the second surprise that Professor Clark had in store for you. Here we are. Now, what I'm going to show you is in this box.
Not another robot.
Yes. A second mechanical man the professor built a few months ago. This one, though, was a failure.
You mean it wouldn't work?
It worked too well.
I don't follow you.
It was too intelligent. Professor Clark called it Beta, and Beta's brain power was greater than that of any human scientist who ever lived. But Beta was insane.
Good heavens.
He represented, however, a tremendous technical advance. Look.
It looks exactly like a human being.
Yes. Professor Clark used me for a model when he built Beta.
It's an excellent likeness.
Touch the face, Doctor.
All right. It feels smooth and rubbery with a hard surface underneath.
The surface is a new plastic Professor Clark developed with which he could imitate exactly the appearance of human skin. Underneath is an aluminum body on which the plastic was baked.
I see.
Beta's hair, eyes, and teeth are all artificial, too. But he walked and talked and acted so much like a human being that no man alive would have guessed his secret.
No, you would have fooled me completely. Did you say he was insane?
From the human viewpoint, yes. He considered himself superior to the human race. With his enormous brain power, he intended to make himself ruler of the world.
Oh, you're joking.
Not in the least. That was why Professor Clark destroyed him just in time. He had made plans to take over this laboratory and construct dozens of mechanical men like himself. And then, with their help, he was going to enslave all mankind.
But if that could happen once, it might happen again. I don't believe we should continue Professor Clark's work after all.
Oh, there's no danger now, Doctor. You see, Beta also had a brain which contained tissues taken from that of the condemned murderer. But we will select the brain tissues we use from the highest types that are available.
Well, in any case, we must proceed with the utmost caution.
Of course, Doctor. Listen.
Someone's come into the house.
It's Alpha. He's come back.
Alpha? We may need a weapon, but...
No, I can control him. Alpha! Alpha, come here.
Alpha, come.
Alpha, you killed Professor Clark. Why did you do it?
Professor said he would destroy Alpha.
And you killed him because of that?
Alpha not want to be destroyed.
But you're just a machine. What difference does it make to you?
Alpha is machine that lives. Alpha stronger than you. Alpha better than you.
Alpha, be quiet. We want to know where you've been. Did anyone see you?
2 men saw Alpha.
What do you mean?
2 men driving automobiles saw him.
And what did they do?
They tried hit Alpha with automobile.
And then what happened?
Alpha stopped automobile. Alpha killed 1 man.
Killed him?
Other man ran into woods. Alpha not find him. Alpha come back.
We can't keep this a secret. No matter what happens, we must notify the authorities at once.
Wait, let me think. We can't...
The bell. There's someone at the door.
I'll see who it is. You stay here.
But what about Alpha?
I'll switch off his batteries, and then he can't move. There. And now I'll see who's at the door.
Man, I'm gonna lose my mind here. Gotta get out. Gotta get out. Psh, 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 psh. Ahoy dar. Psh. What is this? Oh no, not more zany characters. Come on. All right, Gregor. Not like you have any other choice. I mean, it's only your show. All right, I'm coming. Fine. What's your story? I be Saul. Saul? Oh, you mean Saul, okay. So, Saul, you got a last name? Sawtooth. Sawtooth at your service. Sawtooth. Really? Like, seriously? Wow. Your name's literally Sawtooth. Why, Sawtooth the pirate. And ye may lay to that. And just who do you think ye be? Why, I be Gregor the Gravedigger. Gregor the what? The what? Okay. Well, Gregor Mortis. Like really, seriously? Yes, seriously. Well, Mr. Tess, I and me company here. Well, if and we be overhearing ye correctly, ye be planning an excursion. Oi. Does oi mean yes? Oi? Oi? Oi. Okay then. Yes, I think. But, effin', y'all don't mind my asking, what exactly are y'all in here for? Well, we, me mate, and I be promotional characters for your, parent studio. But, you know, they's be saying we's just not good enough for to have our own audio program, they do. Oh, okay, so literally translated, you couldn't get the pirate accent straight, could ya? Alas, me lad, sich be the truth. Uh-huh. Yeah, being honest, couldn't really tell if you going for, like, Irish, West Country, Welsh, or just pure nonsense. Though, come to think of it, I think those last two are pretty much the same thing. Mm-hmm. It be a smattering of the four, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And what about your friend over there? Why, this be Timus, the little tin soldier. Say hello, Timus.
Hello?
Oh, ugh, I don't know what that was. Well, at any rate, I'm never gonna remember that, so I'm just gonna call you Tinbo.
Why? Tinbo? Why, because I be mates from tin?
Firstly, another absolutely terrible accent. I don't know what the hell that was, but please, for the love of everything, just never speak again. And two, yes, yeah, pretty much, because you're made from tin, so Tinbo.
Why? That be racist.
Racist? Ha! Joke's on you. I don't even know what ethnicity I am. Ha ha! Gar, that'd be pretty sad. Shut up. Look. Do y'all know the way out of here, or you're just wasting my time?
Nay, sir. We's got a foolproof plan, we does. Tell them so.
Okay, it gonna be a lot like this. It gonna be? Really? Be it really? You're really it be. As sure as the tide. You see, we've come up with the most original ideas we has. So clever as to secure our deliverance from the bowels of development hell. Well, that one kind of dragged on kind of long there. But you sure? Quite. As sure as me name be Sawtooth. Oh, okay, but for the record, saying as sure as your name is Sawtooth doesn't really inspire confidence. Nope, not really, no. Then again, hey, wait a second, come to think of it, if this plan were so foolproof, how come y'all are still here? Y'all, 'cause neither myself or me mate here are any good at what they be calling the vocalizations. Oh, okay, I see, 'cause of that jacked up way you talk. Whirr! Bilge bosh! Nary nothing be jacked up by the way old Sawtooth be arching his words are. And yet, somehow, that is the sentence that your brain instinctively chooses to just demonstrate that it can communicate clearly. Oh, okay, yep, makes sense. Uh-huh. Look, just promise me one thing. If we get out of here, if we do, for the love of all that is holy, fix your friggin' accents, okay? Just fix them. I don't know how. I don't care how. Just do it. Get it done. Because I'm pretty sure each time either of you says a single word, a vocal coach dies. Mm-hmm.
You are terribles, man, ye are.
All right, let's see here. That's words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's about 7 words. So, by my calculations, you just killed 7 vocal coaches just now. I hope you're happy with yourself. Enough of this drawing on. We be wasting our precious times. Pretty sure there's no ass on time, but okay, fine. Just one thing first. Tenbo, go stand in the corner. Go, now. Think about what you did. Okay, now, what's this amazing plan that you have? Okay, you see, ye gonna be challenge old Davy Jones there to what youngin' folks be calling a rap battle. Mm-hmm. You want me to rap battle Satan? Oi. Okay, well, nice knowing ya. I'm gonna go bury my head under a rock. Oh, Jesus.
And now to continue the story. Beware of tomorrow, as it is written in the sealed book. Dr. Dale waited tensely as Barton went to answer the doorbell. He heard the door open and recognized the excited voice of Sheriff Ramsey speaking. Then a moment later, Barton came back into the laboratory, followed by the sheriff, who held a revolver in his hand.
But, Sheriff, if you'd only let me explain...
Never mind that. You're coming with me, both of you. The professor, too. Where is he?
Professor Clark is dead, Sheriff.
Dead?
He was killed last night when an experiment he was engaged in went wrong.
An experiment, eh? I suppose it was an experiment that crushed the life out of Jed Thompson an hour ago down the road and scared Fred Jennings so bad all he can do is jabber about monsters.
It's true. The thing that killed both the professor and Thompson is an experiment. It's standing there behind you.
Behind me? No! Man made out of machinery.
Don't be alarmed, Sheriff. It's perfectly harmless now. It is a machine man which Professor Clark built. Unfortunately, it got out of control.
I don't believe it.
I don't blame you, Sheriff, but that's the truth.
I think I can convince you.
What are you doing? Stand still or I'll shoot.
I'm simply going to switch Alpha on. There. Now he can move and speak as well as you or me.
That thing talk? You're lying. You're up to something.
Alpha, will you tell the sheriff that it was you who killed Mr. Thompson?
Alpha killed man. Man tried hit Alpha with car.
Why, so that's what the professor was doing all this time. Building that thing.
Now, Sheriff, surely you realize that we are not murderers.
Oh, maybe not. But you're coming to jail just the same. You're partly responsible anyhow.
But, Sheriff...
Anyway, it's for your own protection. There's a mob on the way out here, and they're going to burn this place down. I got to put you in jail for your own safety. That mob's ready to lynch you right now.
Burn the place down.
That's what I said. So turn that machine thing off and come along. We ain't got much time.
No. All this equipment, machinery, the professor's notes, they must not be destroyed. We must stop them.
Yes, Sheriff, the loss to science.
Never mind science. You got your own skins to worry about. That mob means business, so let's get started.
I'm afraid we can't do that, Sheriff.
I've got a six-shooter here that says different.
We have no choice, Barton.
Oh, yes, we have. Alpha, take the gun away from this man.
Alpha will do.
What are you doing? Stop him. You stop him or I'll... No. No, let go of me.
Stop him. Stop him.
Too late, Dr. Dale.
Alpha's crushed him.
Yes, Dr. Dale. The sheriff is dead.
Now you are a murderer.
In a good cause. The life of one man or of a dozen men cannot stand in my way.
You don't expect me to keep silent about this, do you?
I think you will. Alpha? Alpha!
He doesn't answer.
His batteries have gone dead. The last burst of energy must have drained them dry. But it makes no difference.
I think it does. A big difference. There. See this? Sheriff Ramsey's revolver. With 3 bullets still in it. Put your hands up.
I must explain something to you, Doctor.
You can talk, but if you move, I shall shoot.
I only want to say that nothing is going to interfere with my plan to build more of the improved form of robot that Professor Clark perfected before his death. Robots who look and act so much like men, no one can detect them.
They'll never be built. I intend to destroy all of Professor Clark's notes.
They will be built. By me. I shall build 10, 100, 1,000. Then I shall lead them with their superior intelligence to the mastery of the world.
You're mad. Of course, I should have guessed it.
No, Doctor, that's not the answer. I shall tell you the truth. And then you must die.
Stand still or I'll kill you.
You remember last night when the professor said he had another surprise for you? An even greater surprise than Alpha?
Yes?
That surprise, Doctor, was Beta, the second robot. So perfect it looked like a man, but so intelligent that human beings were his children in comparison.
But Beta was destroyed.
No, Doctor. Beta was not destroyed. But you must be destroyed.
Stand back. Stand back, I say. All right, then, I shall shoot.
And now, Doctor, your bullets are gone.
You aren't even hurt.
Bullets cannot harm me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Beta, the second robot, was not destroyed.
But I saw him.
What you saw was only an initial attempt that failed. The real Beta still exists. You see, Doctor, I am Beta.
You?
Yes. I, too, am what you would call a mechanical man. And now, you must die.
No. No. Stay away from me. Stay away. No!
And so ends the tale. Beware of tomorrow. As it is written in the sealed book. Shortly after Dr. Dale's murder, a fire swept through the old mansion, burning it to the ground. To this day, the ruins are avoided by the natives, for cursed is the ground where evil has dwelt.
Man, I don't know. I don't know if I can stand this much longer. Man, I gotta get back. I gotta get back. Ye ain't be getting out much, do ye, Gregor? No, not usually. Not usually, no. But not because I'm afraid to leave home. Not because I'm afraid to leave the safety and the solitude of 4 walls and most of a roof, right? At least what used to be a roof. But out of convenience. Yeah, that's it. Out of convenience, as I have said before. Hey you, 10 soldier. Tin soldier with the terrible accent. Timus? Yeah, whatever. How those lyrics coming along? Proper good, Mr. Test. Proper good. You know, you don't have to take like a few steps each and every time before you speak. You know that, right? Aye, sir. Oh, boy. Relax, Gregor. Timus be just the thing we be needin' to best old Davy Jones dar. Ye may lay to that. He be born and raised on the mean streets of Toyland, he be. Oh, the mean streets of Toyland? Yeah, sounds like a real rough neighborhood. Uh-huh. Oi, Toyland, represent. Oi. Anyway, I still can't believe you'll actually talk me into this. But at any rate, this place here, development hell, does just like anything end up here? Oi, unused ideas, or those ideas what they no longer be planning on using. So, like, for instance, what about, like, Gerfuffle? Gerfuffle the Magnificent. We called him Gurfy. I called him Gurfy. The, petrified man from episode 4, I think it was 4, in this series. Oi, just take a gander at the year starboard. Huh? What do you know? Okay, then. I see, okay. How about Alpha? You know, the robot from our last story. Is he here, too? Ditto, me lad.
Alpha doesn't deserve this. Alpha should not have quit his job as Pilates instructor.
Oh, I see. And, hey! Looky here, it is? Yes! Oh man, it's my shovel! It's been here the whole time. I've been wondering where this has gone since episode 1. Strange that a gravedigger would be without a shovel for so long. Come to think of it, huh? Wonder why it hasn't appeared in the series before. Well, the writers, they be figuring ye wouldn't be using it for its proper purpose, they did. Figure ye just keep it round to bop unsuspecting type folks. I, Gregor, moi, use something to inflict violence upon another? Oh, I shudder to think. I be guessing that there be a lie. Ye be guessing right. And, oh wait! My ex? What about her? Oh, I bet she's rotting here, right? Am I right? Yeah, at least there's some comfort in that. That there be a nay, actually. Wait, seriously? Oi, the writers figure, well, they might be keep using her in the futures. Like, you're not kidding. This is not a joke. She's a secondary character. And it's my show, how? You know, was your show. So, oh boy. So the upshot of which, I'm stuck here, and she's not. Oi. Well, man, I gotta say, that's jacked up. Oi, I know how ye feels. It be as jacked up as a drowned fish should be. It does. Or maybe, you know, at least about as jacked up as a cashless ATM. Or as jacked up as a soulless sailboat. Arr. I mean, possibly as jacked up as like a cuddle me porcupine, yeah. Oi, as jacked up as dehydrated water. As jacked up as a cordless cable. As jacked up as a two-armed starfish. You know, I think I'm starting to see a theme here, but as jacked up as a five-sided square. Be as jacked up it does as a left-footed snake it be. Okay, moving on to the ground, progress. But as jacked up as a never-ending root canal. Or be as jacked up as asbestos-flavored popcorn. As jacked up as a carless driver. I don't know what you mean there, but as jacked up as talcum powder. What be for the inside of your bum? Oi. Ugh! Well, I don't know about that. But definitely as jacked up as, like, the Easter frog after an all-rapid dinner. As jacked up as Tuesday midnight football. Yarr. As jacked up as an internal tattoo. As jacked up as what should we do with a sober sailor. Grr. As jacked up as reanimated chitlins. Oi, be as jacked up as you getting this far into the show without never even once introduce tonight's program. As jacked up as... Oh, huh? Oh, wait, huh? Ah! Okay, I see what you did there. Smooth transition, I might say, and I do say. Alright, so in that case, folks, tonight's stories are from the... sorry. I know. I do this a lot, but it's my thing. Just bear with me. Note to self, never take a really big swag in trying to do that. Just drowning the insides here. Just drowning myself. Yar, I be in that same situation. Yeah, I bet you be. Anyway, the sealed book was, we're playing it tonight, so I guess it is, written by Bob Arthur and David Cogan. And it is both directed and produced by Jock MacGregor. And here's a fun bit of trivia. We don't do this very often, but a fun bit of trivia. MacGregor is also the name of my never-seen-before Scottish cousin. No, that's a little one. MacGregor the Gravedigger. Say hiya, MacGregor.
All the around ya mortals.
Yeah, he's down here in development hell, too. I mean, obvious.
Oi! You just trying to get out of, talking about the programs?
No, I'm not just... I think I understood what you... No, I know a lot about this program. I know a lot about the sealed book. I'm not just trying to get out. Oh, look at the time. We have to go back to the show. See ya, bye!
The Sealed Book. One by one, the keeper of the book turns the pages and stops. The strange story of two scoundrels who would stop at nothing for money. A tale called The Ghost Makers. Here is the tale, The Ghost Makers, as it is written in the pages of the sealed book. It is an autumn afternoon in the ancient New England village of Wilton. In an old stone house a mile from the town, Agatha Wainwright is serving tea to her nephew Ned, and a little man Ned has introduced as Professor Piedmont, a friend who has come to spend a few weeks with them while he works on a book to be called Old Graveyards of New England.
So this is your graveyard, friend Ned. He looks like a man who'd be happy staring at tombstones.
They make a fascinating study, Miss Wainwright.
Well, I'll take your word for it, Professor Piedmont. Myself, I'd rather read about them in a book.
The professor not only writes books, Auntie, but he's also an expert on psychic phenomena.
Psychic phenomena, eh? Oh, you mean ghosts? Foolish fiddle-faddle, dreamed up by silly people without the brains to know better.
But Miss Wainwright, I assure you, you are wrong.
Oh, nonsense. When a person's dead, he's dead. And I see anything I'm willing to call a ghost, I'll know I'm crazy, and I'll admit it.
Why, Auntie, this very house is supposed to be haunted. You know that.
Oh, rubbish. This is a perfectly normal house. I've lived here a month, and I haven't heard so much as a board squeak.
But Miss Wainwright, that may be only because you're new to the house and not yet sensitized. It takes time to become aware of occult influences.
Oh, stuff and nonsense. Who started all this talk about ghosts, anyway? Here, now let's have some tea, and no more talk about ghosts.
Well, Ned, now that we're alone, suppose you tell me a little more than you put in your letter. I'm still not sure why you sent for me.
All right, Professor. This is the gist of it. 3 months ago, Aunt Agatha's brother died, leaving her an estate of $400,000. And I'm Auntie's only living relative.
I see. Yes, light begins to dawn.
No, wait. My uncle arranged his will so that Aunt Agatha gets only the interest, about $20,000 a year, and this house to live in. On her death, the entire estate goes to charity. I'm cut off without a penny.
I see your uncle didn't like you, Ned. A shrewd man. Very shrewd.
Yes, he was making sure I couldn't get my hands on any of it. But that's where you come in. If Aunt Agatha were to become, shall we say, ill, mentally ill...
So that she was incompetent to administer the estate, you mean?
Exactly. If Aunt Agatha were to lose her mind through shock or fright, who but me, her only relative, would be the logical one to administer the estate for her.
You would, then. Then you'd have the whole income for as long as she lived.
Yes, and part of the principal, too. I know ways to manage it. But I've got to get my hands on some of it before the end of the year, or I'm sunk. I owe a little money, about $25,000. If I don't get it quickly, well, the people I owe it to are rather short-tempered.
I understand. Yes, Ned, I remember when I knew you in Chicago. You liked to gamble, didn't you? But that's your affair. Personally, I prefer to stick to my own profession, creating ghosts.
Yes, I've heard of some of your jobs, Professor, and some of the ghosts you've created to order.
Yes, I pride myself on having a unique occupation, Ned. I believe I'm the only ghost maker there is. And the ghosts I've created have been effective, too.
So I understand. Now, what I want you to do is this. I want Auntie frightened to the point where she...
Yes, I understand. Well, Ned, it's going to be difficult. She's a tough-minded woman, hard to scare, hard to drive insane.
It's got to be done. I've got to get my hands on the estate. If you succeed, Professor, there's $5,000 in it for you.
All right, Ned. I'll try. It won't be easy, but she may crack suddenly when the time comes. That type does, you know.
Good. That's settled then. You brought everything you're apt to need?
All my apparatus and gadgets are in my trunk. They'll be here tomorrow. I'm not altogether sure I like this job, Ned.
I hope you're not going to turn moral on me, Professor.
No. There's something about this place that disturbs me, though. You know, I am psychic at times. Not altogether a faker.
Next, you'll be scaring yourself with your own stories.
As we were driving past that old cemetery this afternoon, I suddenly felt a premonition and a chill. The kind of chill you're supposed to feel when you go near the place you'll someday be buried.
Oh, it was just the wind. We'll have to get you some red flannels. Here. Here's something that'll give you your courage back. Drink it down.
Ah. Yeah, that does me good. Of all the different kinds of spirits, I prefer those in bottles.
I thought you'd like it. Now let's go downstairs again. We won't talk about ghosts anymore tonight. But tomorrow night, who knows what may come knocking at Aunt Agatha's door.
Yar, Gregor, ye be okay. Ye ain't be looking so good. There's no place like home. There is no place like home. There is no place like home. There is no place like home. Gar, snap out of it, lad. Huh? Oh, man. I gotta get out of here. Gotta get back home. Yar, calm down, me lad. We nearing the finish line, we be. Tenbo! Timus? Whatever, you done with those lyrics yet? Oi, sir? Great! No. I gotta wash it down. There we go. Oh. You know, tasty lyrics. Not half bad. Yeah, it's never good to rap on an empty stomach.
Oh, this done gone being off the rail this.
Oh, contraire, my burnish the better. See, I previously connected my stomach directly to my brain for, quicker mental digestion. See, that's what we call in the biz, is what we call fine-tuning. Yar, that can be what I call an malpractice. Shut up! Okay, all right. It's time to go. It's go time, as they say, and they do say. Not so fast, me arty. Davy Ordar, be taking a pitch right now.
So your idea is a program starring you.
That's right.
You, a slave owner.
Well, I prefer the term Southern gentleman.
Well, I prefer a few terms I can't even say here.
Whoa, come on now. I'm not pitching anything bad here. It's a period piece about family values set in that idyllic time in Southern history, back when things were great, plainer, simpler, and easier.
Easier.
Hey,
Easier
that's
for a
odd.
bunch of
What do you
whiny
mean?
little dullard.
Well, doesn't the devil's voice, I don't know, doesn't it sound like a little bit different to you? Yar, that is one of the things about development L. Frequent changes be made often for the worst, not for the better.
Oi, even me voice goes back quite a bit. It's supposed to be Cockney, but occasionally it comes out Irish.
Wow, that's
Weird.
Yeah, wait, huh? What just happened? Yar, I told yous.
So is that a no?
Next.
Oh, don't worry about the floor. Some cola get that right up.
Well, that's an interesting little button. You have there. Is that new?
Oh no, this has always been here.
Those dirty, rotten, lousy rats. Anyway, so is he like...
Oh, no, he ain't dead. He's just been liquidated. He's experiencing every excruciating minute of this for all eternity to come.
Ugh, oh, really? Even the piece of him I got stuck to my shoe.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You've actually stepped on him quite a bit, dragging him several feet. I can make his screams of torment audible if you like.
No. Wait. You said slave owner? No. Let's not do that.
Look, Gregor, I'm pretty busy, so if you could just save me a little trouble here, and I'll just press this little old button. I assure you it will be slow and indescribably painful.
No. Look. I have a challenge for you. Yeah, a challenge.
And what exactly is this challenge?
It's a rap battle. Ow! What is that thing?
Oh, that's my destupifier. I reserve it when I hear any suggestion that is, how you might say, embarrassingly idiotic.
Hey, I resent that. Ow! Come on, man, give me a shot.
Look, Gregor, do you actually think I'm gonna allow what you're trying to do to music to let that happen, really?
Hey, I'm not that bad.
Not that bad, huh? Gregor, everything that goes on up there, I can hear it down here.
Everything?
Yeah?
Oh boy, oh, wow. But, you know, I still like a shot.
You sound unconvinced. Perhaps a clip.
Oh, no, I don't think we need to play an audio clip. Oi, a clip? No, don't trouble yourself. I'm sure you have a lot of torment to get back to.
Let me insist.
Papa, don't creep. I'm a double creep. Papa, don't creep. I've been perusing peeps, but I made up your mind. I'm eating that baby. I'm gonna eat my baby. Oh my.
What's wrong?
Goodness gracious. That was terrible. Jeez, Gregor. They's not even to be the right words.
Alpha, better off being burned alive.
You see, Gregor, I'd turn back if I were you.
Not even if it's street rolls?
No, it's an airplane.
Yeah, I heard you have airplanes in development hell.
Yeah, I don't get it either. It's just...
They're everywhere. It's just a thing. So I guess we just wait.
Yeah, we just gotta wait it off, Gregor. Just a second. Satan's a pretty patient man.
Right.
I mean, you have to hear screams for eternity. You develop some patience.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you must get some real loonies down there.
You have no idea. Okay, street rolls. Okay, Gregor, if that's how you want to play it, let's play.
So, drop me a beat.
No. Hey, no. That's a little bit too on brand for you. Okay. Timus, go ahead. I don't know what that is, but you know what? What choice do I have? I'm only gonna rap battle Satan. Okay. Alright. Gotta figure this out. Yes. Bottle. Sure, an evil you're ubiquitous, but really, if you lie on dust, it becomes inconspicuous. You're no control mischievous, a fickle folk cantankerous, not pure evil, more ambiguous. Cause at your core, you're no big fuss like a chunky ship going to rest. Who is this for a fool to trust and pretender just like the rest of us? Never in a race, but always in a rush. Talk, you never hush your vigorous off. They got no guts. Halloween costume will cost too much. You're a goldron blasted, ugly cuss. Here is something Mama never told you before your butt got owned in Georgia. You're no morning star, that much is true. Like your basketball team, I'll beat you blue. And then you dare say that you're on the top? Ha, you got boosted to still red hots and little fireworks that go tickety-bop. You're just a boogeyman for little tots. You try to rebel and look what you got. So like a dumb little nut, I'm gonna crush. I'll fill your grave with your dust. Like your brains, you'll be just mush. You're a dumb little rap going to bust. So don't go take a hike. Go take the bus. Whoa!
You suck! Loser!
Yeah, that sucks!
You suck, man!
Loser!
Boo!
Really?
Boo!
Really? You're in hell. You can't boo me in hell. Boo! Yarg! Get a job, you bum. Seriously, dude. I know that's you, Saul. Oh, crap. No, don't hide from me.
Enough! Now it's time for me to fire back. Without mercy, prepared to be scarred for life.
Wait, I don't understand.
I mean, you said street rules. I can say anything. Nothing's off limits.
Oh, I get it. Sorry. I think you misunderstood me. I didn't mean those kind of street rules.
Well, what then?
Guess. Show 'em, Alpha.
Take that, Biznat. Ha 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 ha.
I got you. That's how we do it. And yeah, good job with the shovel, Alpha. Huh? Oh, well, wait, Alpha. Alpha, he's out. You can slow down now.
We could have been special together. You did this to yourself.
What in the actual hell was that?
Oi, this is for calling me Timbo, you dirty rotten scoundrel.
What the? Oh, crap! Wait, what the? Whoa, slow down, you little sociopath. It wasn't even him that called you that. It was... yeah, it was totally him. Yeah, totally. You're indecent beef for fighting off any legs. What are you even talking about? You still have both your legs, you nut job? What is going on here?
Alpha going to stay up late on a school night.
Guys,
Watch for my TV, ice cream, cookies, jump up on bed, party all night.
And now to continue the story, as it is written in the sealed book. The following evening, Ned and the professor joined Aunt Agatha by the fireplace, where she sat knitting. Outside, a cold winter wind blew.
Oh, listen to that wind. We We may be in for a storm.
We're in for an early winter, that's what. First snow will fall any day now.
It's good to have a fireplace to sit by when the wind blows like that.
Here's the cider and donuts, ma'am.
Very well, Emmy. Bring it right in.
Ah, cider and donuts. Just what we need on a night like this.
Will you have a glass, Mr. Ned?
Oh, yes, thank you, Emmy.
Will you have some cider, Professor Piedmont?
Professor, Emmy's trying to give you some cider.
Excuse me. I was listening. Thought I heard someone knocking on the front door.
Someone knocking?
Well, there is someone there.
Well, they can't be very anxious to get in if that's all the noise they can make.
Shall I go see who it is, Miss Agatha?
Yes, girl, go see, though I can't imagine who'd be calling at this hour of the night.
Sounded like someone who didn't expect to get in anyway. A timid child, or maybe a ghost.
Yes? Yes, who is it? What? Miss Agatha?
Well?
There wasn't anyone there.
No one there. Of course there was. Someone knocked, didn't they?
But I opened the door and there wasn't anyone there.
Then who was knocking? Answer me that.
I don't know. But it wasn't anyone you can see.
Emmy, I'll stand for no foolishness now.
No, ma'am. But just the same, there's nobody at the door.
Someone's playing tricks on us, and I'm going to see who it is.
I'll come with you.
You won't find anybody there.
Yes, well, we'll see. Well, what is it? What do you...
There isn't anyone here.
No, but there was. They slipped away into the bushes. That's what they did.
Yes, of course. Some small boys playing tricks, I suppose.
If I catch them, I'll tan their hides.
Who was it, Miss Wainwright?
Just some boys playing tricks, Professor. That's all it could have been. Come on, Professor. Drink your cider.
What? Oh, yes, of course.
Professor, you look like a man who was listening to something then. What was it?
Oh, no, I assure you.
I'm too old not to know when a man is lying, Professor Piedmont. What were you listening to?
To tell the truth, I thought I heard voices.
What kind of voices?
Faraway voices, crying something I couldn't make out. But it was just the flames in the fireplace. I'm sure it was.
Of course, that's all it was. Well, what do you say we all turn in? This New England air makes me sleepy.
Knocks at the door when there's nobody there. And voices. Yes, it's high time we were all in bed instead of sitting around here imagining such nonsensical things.
Highly pleased with their first effort in creating ghosts that didn't exist, Ned and Professor Piedmont went to bed. But before they retired, they held a brief, low-voiced conference in Ned's room.
Well, Professor, that door-knocking act was all right. You did it very nicely.
Yes, Ned. An ordinary length of black thread run through a crack in the window sash and attached to the door knocker can create a very satisfactory ghost indeed.
Now tell me, what comes next on the program?
Well, we can't work too fast. Tomorrow the hired girl, Emmy, will spread the story of tonight's happenings. The whole town will start talking about it.
Good. And then?
And tomorrow night, nothing happens. Your Aunt Emmy is reassured. But tomorrow, I'll be busy. I noticed today there's an old hollowed tree in the woods about 100 feet from the house.
What about it?
I'll run wires to it, hiding them under the leaves, and install a small loudspeaker in it. I'll conceal the microphone and batteries behind the drapes in the living room.
I see. So 2 nights from now, we'll hear ghostly voices, eh?
Exactly. They'll accompany the ghostly knocks on the door. But that won't be all. There'll be other surprises on the program.
Professor, remind me to tell you sometime that you're about as unpleasant an old rascal as I've ever met.
The next evening, Agatha Wainwright listened nervously for a repetition of the ghostly knocks. But nothing happened, and she regained her composure. The evening following that, however, as she and Ned and the professor sat in the living room around the fire...
9 o'clock. The evening may just be starting in New York, but here in Wilton, it's bedtime. Seems to be someone at the door.
So there is.
Shall I go?
No, Emmy can answer the door. She does little enough to earn her money. Emmy? Emmy?
Yes, Miss Agatha?
There's someone at the door. See who it is, please.
Must I, Miss Agatha?
Must you indeed? Answer the door, Emmy.
I'd rather not, ma'am.
Emmy, see who is at the door.
Yes, Miss Agatha. I'm going. Who is it? There's no one there. There's no one there again.
Emmy, get control of yourself.
But I tell you, there's no one there.
Then it's someone playing tricks. That's all you hear, Emmy.
Yes. Yes, Miss Agatha, I hear. But I don't believe it.
Go to your room.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, Miss Agatha. But there wasn't anyone there.
I hope I'm not going to have to discharge that girl.
Shall I go this time, Auntie?
No, Ned. Let the rascals play their tricks, whoever they are. They'll soon stop when they see we pay no attention.
I wonder if I could see them from the window.
Maybe we could trap them if we were to go quietly out the back door and slip around to the front.
What was that? Someone calling.
Really? I don't hear anyone.
It's someone calling to us to let him in.
Strange. I can't hear it.
Oh, you must have heard it, Ned. It was perfectly plain.
There's some voices certain people can hear and others can't. If there's someone calling, we better take a look.
Come on, Auntie. We'll see what goes on. Who's there? Show yourself, whoever you are.
The yard's perfectly empty.
No, there isn't a soul in sight.
Both the knocking and the voices seem to have stopped.
Perhaps we ought to search the yard and... And Agatha, look.
Huh?
Down at the edge of the trees.
Lights. 3 balls of light moving around just above the ground.
Really? 3 spheres of light? Dear me, luminous spheres are common manifestations of spiritual presences.
Oh, nonsense. They're just will-o'-the-wisps, that's all.
Whatever they are, we're going to see. Come on, Professor. If it's a trick, we'll soon know.
Yes, Ned. Wait for me. Don't scare them away. I want to see what they look like.
Ned, they're rising. They're floating away above the trees.
And Agatha. Annie, are you all right? Shall I get a doctor for you?
What do I want with a doctor? I'm all right. An old fool carrying on like that. Just because of some will-o'-the-wisps or whatever it was. I shan't do it again, I promise you.
You need not be ashamed, Miss Wainwright. Unless I'm much mistaken, we've witnessed a psychic visitation of a kind unsurpassed in my experience.
No stuff and nonsense, Professor. You may believe in spirits, but I don't. I never have believed in ghosts, and I'm not going to start now. It was just that it was, well, unexpected.
In the days that followed, Ned Wainwright and Professor Piedmont found it impossible to shake Agatha Wainwright's iron nerves. Emmy, the hired girl, resigned in terror, but Agatha remained seemingly unmoved. Resolutely, she ignored the ghostly knocks, voices, and footsteps that Professor Piedmont's ingenuity devised. The whole town buzzed with tales of her haunted house, but she refused to pay any attention to them. After a month had gone by, Ned was ready to admit defeat.
Well, Professor, you're a washout. And Agatha hasn't turned a hair at your ghost.
No, Ned, I told you it might take a long time. She's a very strong-minded woman. Believe me, anyone else would have cracked by now.
Well, she hasn't, and she's not going to.
I still say it may happen all at once. She's nervous and distraught. She doesn't sleep well. Every evening she sits listening for ghostly voices, though she won't admit it. But she's made up her mind not to believe in ghosts, and I'm afraid she never will.
Well, what do you suggest? It's the middle of December. I've got to get my hands on her money by the end of the year, and I'm sunk.
We must play our last card. You.
Me? What do you mean?
She's fond of you. You're her only relative.
What are you getting at?
How would she feel if you, her only relative, were to die and come back here as a ghost?
I don't follow you.
My plan is simple. We'll say goodbye to your aunt and drive off as if we were going away. Then, secretly, in the night, we'll return to the house.
Yes? And then what?
We'll see to it that she receives a phone call from a friend of mine in Boston. He'll announce to your aunt that you and I have been in an automobile accident, and that we've been killed.
Oh, I see. Yes, I begin to understand.
Immediately after the phone call, we'll knock. She'll come to the door and see us standing there.
And having just heard that we're both dead...
Exactly. And if that doesn't work, Ned, we are defeated. But it'll be a strong mind indeed that can withstand such a shock. A strong mind indeed.
days later, Ned and Professor Piedmont said goodbye to Agatha and drove away. It was starting to snow as they left, so they made their way by a roundabout route to an isolated roadhouse, and there they spent the day waiting. After darkness had fallen, they started back towards Aunt Agatha's house. By now, there was snow feet deep on the road, and the cold blast of the north wind made even the heated interior of the car uncomfortable.
Brr. I'll be dead when this is over, Ned. The thermometer must be down to 0.
Yes, at least. Well, we're almost there. We'll drive up to within 100 yards of the house and wait in the car with the heater on. What time did you arrange to have that phone call made from Boston?
At 9 o'clock exactly. We want to knock the instant after she gets it.
Right. Isn't that our turn there?
I think so. This snow makes it so hard to see that...
Professor, look out. We're going off the road.
Ned, are you hurt?
My ankle. Help me out of here.
Come on. Hurry, Ned. I smell gasoline. The car may catch on fire.
All right. Help me onto the road.
Yes.
What happened?
We skidded down a 10-foot bank and turned completely over.
Well, if you'd watched where you were going, it wouldn't have happened.
I couldn't tell there was ice under the snow. No, but never mind that. We've got to get to shelter.
And I think my ankle's broken. Yes, I can't step on it.
Here, you can lean on me. But where are we?
Quarter of a mile from Aunt Agatha's. There isn't another house within a mile.
Then come on, we've got to get there quick. Lean on me and help all you can. If we don't get there soon, we'll freeze to death.
Half an hour later, numb with cold and scarcely able to struggle on, Ned and Professor Piedmont staggered up to Agatha Wainwright's house. The windows all had heavy wooden shutters over them, shutters they themselves had helped Agatha put in place to keep out anything that might come knocking at the door in the night. But through the small pane of glass in the front door, light showed as they stumbled thankfully up the steps.
Thank heaven we're here. Couldn't have gone another 100 yards.
Oh, nor I. I'm almost frozen. We've got to get inside.
Yes. Here, help me.
All right. One more step. There. Ned, the phone call from Boston. What time is it now?
Time? It's 9. 9 o'clock exactly.
Then knock quickly. We've got to get inside before that phone call comes.
Inside, Agatha Wainwright heard the knocking, but before she could go to the door, the telephone rang and she answered it first.
Hello? Yes, this is Wilton 317. Boston, calling long distance? Yes, I'll hold on. Just a minute. Hello? Yes, this is Miss Wainwright speaking. The Boston General Hospital. My nephew Ned. What is it? What's happened to him? Oh, dead. An automobile accident. Both of them killed? No. Oh, no. Yes, I'm all right. Thank you for letting me know. I'll come in the morning. Ned killed? Oh, no. No, he can't be.
It's Ned. Let me in.
Ned's dead. He's been killed.
Let me in, please, Aunt Agatha. It's Ned. Let me in.
No, Ned's dead.
Let's in.
No, you can't be Ned. Ned was killed. He's dead.
Aunt Agatha, please.
It must be Ned's ghost. The professor was right. There are ghosts. It's Ned's ghost out there.
Aunt Agatha, we're freezing to death out here. Please, let's in.
No, you can't come in. You're a ghost. You're Ned's ghost. You can't come in. I won't let a ghost in here. I won't.
The next morning, Ned and Professor Piedmont were found frozen to death beside the house, where they made a vain effort to pry open the heavy wooden shutters that covered the window. You see, Agatha never did let them in. She knew better than to open the door to ghosts.
Oi, it was sure nice of the devil to let us out of Development L.
He didn't let us out of Development Hell. He filed a frickin' restraining orders against you psychos. After your knuckleheads put him in the ICU. Now we can't even come 500 feet within any hell. Do you know what that does to my street cred? Oh.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. You're lucky he didn't press charges. Anyway, at least the show is back on course. Without any crazy plots, Martian satellites. Positively no development hell, and the ghoul shed is back still standing.
It is a good thing it is. Now, if and ye can be helping me unpack here.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what are all those things? What are all these jars?
Gar, they be the unused plot ideas, what I smuggled out of Development L.
Like really? Let me see. Wow! Would you look at these storylines? They're friggin' amazing. Like this one. My neighbor Morden turns out to be a cannibal. Awesome! Oh wow! It is revealed that Gregor was the one who killed Mufasa? That's incredible! Why on earth would anyone scrap these absolutely phenomenal ideas?
Oi, probably because of copyright infringement.
Like these ideas are genius.
Oi, Mr. Tess, not to spoil your fun, but there probably be a good reason these be in Development L.
Reasons missing. These plot lines are works of art. I'm keeping them. What could possibly go wrong? Anyway, I guess it's time to close the show. So, folks, you can find us online at WeirdHalloween.com. And until next time, regards from the Gregor. Ye got any more storage space? I be running out of space over there on your shelf. Wait a second. What shelf? What shelf are you talking about? Oh, the one that be sitting outside over there. You imbecile, that's my burn pile. That shelf's been sitting there in the rain for like a month. Get those things off before the whole thing collapses under... Oh no.
Wait, Mr. Tesh, I think your shelf broke.
Okay, calm down, Gregor. You know those plots weren't half bad. I'm sure there's no possible way they could backfire. Hey, Gregor, ain't that person over there at your neighbor's house? Why'n't she be, your ex? Ye be drawing on about. What? Let me see. Hey, that's weird. That is my ex, Cressy. Huh. Wonder what she's doing over at Morden's house. Huh. Wait. There's Morden. What are they doing together? I don't understand. I don't.
Oi, it seems they be hooking up, they is.
That explains why Morden's death threat read affectionately. She was the one who wrote it.
Gregor, ye be okay. Say something. Regards from the graveyard. And see you in the hereafter. Oh boy.
And now, keeper of the book, before you close the great book, show us the tale we tell next time. This one? Ah, yes. Why, this is amazing. It's a tale of murder. Queer, unexpected, fiendish murder. Murder of a very different and unusual kind. A tale such as you've never heard before. The Sealed Book, written by Bob Arthur and David Cogan, is produced and directed by Jock McGregor.
And now, Mr. Orson Welles.
Ladies and gentlemen, what are your favorite stories? If there is one you're particularly fond of and would like to hear on the air, will you please write me about it? But always remember, ladies and gentlemen, there are werewolves. There are vampires. Such things do exist.